Hi there, welcome to my channel, Invest for Income. Just want to give you guys an update here on my portfolio. This is my dividend tracker. It's called Stock Events. As you guys can see here, we're at $268,978.07 for the day, or 1% down here in my dividend tracker. If we switch over to dividends, we're currently at a little bit over 58,000 in dividends on an annual basis, and about $4,839.87 on a monthly basis. And so moving forward here, so how would you get started to do this? You know, there's really like the slow way to do it. You know, where you kind of like as you get paid from your job or whatever employment you have, you try to minimize your expenses. So at the beginning, that's what I did. I minimized all my expenses. I tried to cut everything out that I didn't really need. That wasn't a total necessity. And I started to take whatever I could, whatever amount I could, and invest. That's what I started doing at the very beginning. And so it took quite some time to get to this number. It didn't happen overnight for me. It was quite a few years to get to this number. And some good moves in the market, you know, trading, selling covered calls, and things like that. And so there's the slow way of doing it, where like you just cut back your expenses, and whatever you're able to invest, you invest that amount. Now there is a faster way to do it. There is a faster way, for example, to like invest $10,000, for example, which I'm going to be getting about I should be getting about $10,000. I'm waiting for a check, and hopefully it comes through. And so I'm just waiting for it in the mail, and hopefully it arrives here pretty soon. And what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be, of course, putting it into the market. And so if there's some way for you to, you know, borrow money, now this is not financial advice, but I borrow money. I borrowed some money even last year. Last year I borrowed about $20,000. I put it in the market, and sometime this month I should be getting that $10,000. That $10,000 is actually you know, the benefits of borrowing money is that you don't have to pay taxes on that money, because you didn't earn the money. You're just borrowing it, so you don't have to pay taxes. Another thing is that I'm paying zero. So I'm basically being allowed to borrow $10,000 for the next 12 months for free, or 0% APR. You may have seen that in the mail. Recently got that deal in the mail from a credit card. It's risky, of course, because you do have to pay off the balance when the time comes. Otherwise, you'll be charged. You know, after the 12 months is up, the bottom line is that they're going to charge me like over 25% if I don't pay by the time I need to pay that off, or in 12 months. And so for the next 12 months, I'm able to borrow $10,000 basically for free. And so I want to make at least $1,000 off of that $10,000. And so the ETF that I'm going to be purchasing to potentially make that $1,000 per month, let's go over to my real Robinhood portfolio here. Well, you guys might have seen it. It's this one, okay? Plty, Palantir, the Palantir Yield Max ETF. And so if we scroll down, as you guys can see, this is paying a distribution rate of 144.53%, which is very, very high. And their last dividend payment was $7.40. Well, it's actually $7.49, okay? And so if we head over to my actual Robinhood portfolio, which is right here, let's open that up. Okay. Well, I guess we are in the green today by 0.10%. So we're in the green by 0.10%. Okay, so let's go to here. so that you guys can see that the number is the same as my dividend tracker. Yeah, we're up just about 0.10% today. And so the ETF that I want to purchase is PLTY. So let's look at PLTY right here. The Yield Max Palantir Options Income Strategy ETF. And let's scroll down. Here's another very important thing that this maintenance. Okay, this is a big benefit because the maintenance here is 25%. Okay, so let me show you guys something on the calculator. What happens to 25% of 10,000? So I'm gonna buy $10,000 worth of Palantir, which will only, well, it's not Palantir, but PLTY, the Yield Max ETF based on Palantir. And so it'll only cost me $2,500 to buy $10,000 worth of PLTY. Okay, so that leaves an extra 7,000. Well, let's just subtract it from the 10,000. That leaves $7,500. Okay, which I can still use to buy something else. And you know, another really great benefit is that $10,000 in Robinhood turns into a little bit over $20,000, but I'm just going to say it turns into $20,000. Okay, so you put in 10, and all of a sudden you have $20,000 more of buying power. Okay, so I'm going to take $10,000 of that buying power, and we're going to buy PLTY. Okay, now it may be a really good time to buy PLTY, maybe, just maybe, because it's down 15.85%, or down $12.49. Let's look at PLTR, which is the stock Palantir. Okay, as you can see, in the past week it is down 8.18%. Okay, and let's look at this advanced charting here. Let's see, it's gonna come up right now, hopefully. Come on. Sometimes this takes a little bit of time, but it'll get there. Come on. Well, I don't know why it's taking so long. Usually it doesn't take this long. I wanted to show you guys the moving average, the 50-day moving average. Well, it's not gonna, I guess it's not gonna open it up. Oh, there it is. Okay, so as you guys can see here, that blue line is the 50-day moving average. So it has crossed under the 50-day moving average. Now, let's look at the month here. Okay, as you guys can see here in this spot where this line is, it was above the moving average. It was just above it. Let's look at it. Where else did it fall under the moving average? Oh, here. If you guys look at right in this area here, at this peak, it fell under that moving average all the way down here. So after it fell under that moving average, I guess people saw that it was on a discount, so they decided to buy it, and then it started to move along the 50-day moving average again. And then it really bounced up right up to here. So it hit that peak up there, right? Almost like a double top. If you look at it here, there's one peak and another peak. And now it's under the 50-day moving average. So I'm thinking that probably it's going to go a little bit lower maybe, and then eventually it's going to cross back up above that 50-day moving average. So I'm going to keep an eye on it because I'm thinking of buying PLTY. Okay, so let's go back to PLTY right here. And so let's just say that I was to buy PLTY today, $66.31. Let's go to the calculator. 66.31. I would get 150 shares. Okay. And let's look at the last dividend that it paid. Let's look right here. there's the dividends. Let's look at the dividend history here. Dividend history, just dividends. Okay, so as you guys can see, this month it paid a really good dividend. I wonder if I have the same shares. Yeah, 15 shares. And yeah, 15 shares. So last month in July, it only paid $2.56. This month it paid $7.49. So let's say it paid 2.5. That's only $377. Now if it pays again 7.49, that's $1,000, which is what I'm aiming for. That's what I would like to make. But even if it doesn't pay that amount, let's just say it pays 2.5, I think it was 250, $377 off of money that I'm borrowing basically for free. Now I can take a portion of that money, or I can take all of it and use it to pay that card down, and then eventually pay it off completely when the time comes. And so what I usually do is I put it on my calendar what month I have to pay the whole thing off, right? And that's what I'll do. I'll just pay the whole thing off so that I don't get charged that 25% interest. Okay, and so that's what I'm planning to do moving forward here. I'm borrowing money from a credit card and putting it in here, $10,000 worth. It's not the first time I do that. I did it last year with about I did it with 2 different credit cards last year, amounting up to $20,000. So there is a fast way to do this, and there is a slow way to do it, right? I initiated the slow way by cutting back all kinds of costs, and it worked because it's got me to here. And then as I've grown my portfolio, I have used money from outside of Robinhood to borrow and be able to buy more shares to be able to earn more. And so that's what I'm going to do this time around. That's probably a faster way to do it. Of course, it is a riskier way to do it, because if you were to just borrow $10,000 from, I don't know, a credit card or from some loan place, they're going to charge you quite a bit of interest. If you go to a loan, some kind of place where you can get a loan, they're going to charge you pretty high interest, probably for $10,000. And so you also got to put it in the market into some kind of ETF that's going to pay off that loan, so that it'll actually be worth doing. And so this is what I'm going to do, right? Because it's 12 months at 0% APR. So it's basically free money, and it's tax-free. And it doubles. When I put it into Robinhood, it's going to become $20,000. And $10,000 I'm probably going to put into a PLTY, and the other $10,000 I'm going to put into something else. I don't really know what I'm going to put that into yet. I'm still thinking about that. And so if you guys would like to continue to see me grow my portfolio, grow my dividends, and just see what happens here, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I really would appreciate it. You guys have a great one. I'll catch you in the next video. God bless. Bye.